What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to FudgeMuppet. It's Scott and Michael here today, wanting to discuss Starfield.
Yeah, we don't exactly know what Starfield is. Everyone's assuming it is going to be Bethesda's next game, particularly a sci-fi name, judging by the name Starfield.
Yeah, and it will be interesting, and there's the whole trademark with the mobile, yada, 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 but they do that like for all their games, and they have been registered Starfield for the actual computer games and so on. But we want to talk about the possibility of a Bethesda-like Starfield actual RPG and sort of our thoughts on it. So imagine Skyrim or Fallout 4 or whatever, a game like those, but applied to a sci-fi planetary sort of scale.
Yeah, now it sounds pretty cool at first, and I'm all down for it, although let's be honest, I think a lot of us are way more down for Elder Scrolls 6.
We all want that Elder Scrolls 6.
But Starfield could be really cool. The first problem with it, though, that I see, let's be negative today. Let's see some problems, Scott. The first problem I see is that a Bethesda game like the Fallout and the Elder Scrolls and all that jazz tend to be this big explore the map. But if you have a Starfield or a field of planets or a big galaxy kind of area, I don't see how they're going to create such a large explorable landmass unless it is all like a hub system across multiple planets.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of sci-fi games go with. You've got your KOTOR and your Mass Effect, and they go with those sort of hubs. And I mean, Mass Effect Andromeda's about to breach new ground by making planets far more explorable. But I feel like a lot of them will just be opened up with all this barren sort of wasteland, and that's sort of what we don't want. Bethesda's really good at making these rich, characters and societies, not characters, but they give character to their worlds, like their societies. Go to Skyrim, there's Solitude and there's Markarth, and it's all dense and they all interact with each other, so you feel like you're in a living, breathing world. We just quite honestly don't want a place where you can just go to all these different planets, but they're just, barren desert planet, and there's one town there, and it's interesting. You want that sort of interconnectedness, if that's a word.
You want aliens.
Yeah.
I think that's what I definitely do not want a human-based sci-fi that's all just humans and...
Because that's the other thing.
And barren shit.
They're fantastic at making interesting creatures, and their lore creating ability is really good, and we see that with Elder Scrolls. It's fantastic, and if you apply that to sci-fi, there's some really good potential there. But we just don't want them to restrict themselves.
Yeah, the other thing is we know Todd Howard says that Bethesda has been working on a whole bunch of other projects that are really big Bethesda-style games, but different from what they've ever done before. Now, that could just be sci-fi, but it could also mean, as we've seen them advocate with Fallout, they want to do more story. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a story game. When I say a story game, like a good story game, or if it's going to be like a Skyrim story game, where most of the story you can sort of create yourself and enjoy the story of the world that exists around you.
And that's another interesting thing about, the big hallmark of Bethesda games is often the customization. You can sort of be who you want, act how you want in the world. You can, in Elder Scrolls, you can choose from all these different races. You could come from all these different paths, be all these different roles, assassin, mage, yada, yada, yada.
That'd be interesting.
With more story, though, with that really story-focused thing, it takes the storytelling out of the hands of the player and puts it into the hands of the developer. And I mean, that's fantastic if they do a good story. They're all solid stories, but there's no Mass Effect kind of writing, if you know what I mean. Or there's just no Witcher 3 sort of style writing, and perhaps there could be. So I'm open to it, but I do like the role playing games. That's why I like Bethesda. I like to impart my own storytelling and my own backstories onto my character that I'm playing, and I feel like if they go super story, it was harder to do with Fallout 4 because they gave you more background, more story, so you sort of need to weave the backstory and role playing in.
Yeah, in Fallout 4 it was almost like they said, we create your character's story, you create the world, go make settlements. I want the opposite.
Yeah.
I want to create my own character and have the world it goes through created already. Especially in a space kind of thing, that would be really, really interesting.
Overall, we want to stay positive on the whole thing. We'll be happy to play anything Bethesda. We'll give them a shot with anything. I mean, they've made fantastic games in the past. We just really want to see and discuss and talk with you guys down in the comments about the possibility of this game and sort of where it might turn out, or what you guys think, or just offer your opinions, get a bit of discussion going, because this is a idea, or not issue, but like
It's a thing.
it's a thing. It's a thing that could happen. Yeah. It's so we want to see what you guys think, whether you want to see more story or more open world, or have Bethesda try new stuff, or get back to Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, I'm all for that one. I'm also all for, I think mainly what I would want from a Starfield is give me the same recipe you use with every other Bethesda game, such as Skyrim. Mainly the Elder Scrolls ones I like more. They have more open world stuff because there's all the races, which they could do with the universe because, you know, you have a whole damn universe. I want that. I want the same recipe, but with sci-fi ingredients.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, you know what I mean. That
So-
doesn't sound exactly right, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. So that's about all our thoughts on the
Starfield thing.
and yeah, you guys let us know what you think down below.
And we'll see you all next time.